everybody, welcome back to our Cameron Fitness series. This is Carol, your Cameron Fitness instructor, and today we're going to do something a little more relaxing. We're going to do some chair yoga, and this is going to be a very, very, very mild version of yoga. Think of it more as just sort of loosening up your body, stretching, and clearing out your mind, doing some meditation. So before we begin, you might want to have a mat if you want to go down onto the floor. If you don't want to go onto the floor, you can stay in a chair the whole time. The kind of chair that you want is going to be a firm chair, okay? We don't want like a soft, cushy chair or a recliner. Something nice and firm that you can sit up tall and straight in. Okay, before you begin doing any type of exercise, you want to make sure with your doctor that you are good to exercise, no problems with your joints or with your body. And so please take a look at our disclaimer and make sure that you're okay before you start this exercise program. All right, so let's begin. Now, the way that I'm sitting today, I have a ball behind me to help support me because I want my lower back to always be safe and supported. Maybe at home you don't have a ball, maybe you have a pillow. A pillow is fine. Just put something behind your back. If you feel like your chair is too small and you want to have more space for your body, then you don't have to put something behind you, but it is a good idea to have some support there. What I'd like you to do before we start is get yourself comfortably situated. Your feet should be flat. If you can't have your feet flat because your chair's too high, you could either try and find a different chair, or you can put something under your feet so that you can actually have your feet resting on it. Okay, but you do want your feet flat, and you want to make sure that your knees are not any higher than your hips. So you don't want to put something under your feet that puts your knees way up here. Okay, nice flat. Sitting up tall, shoulders relaxed. And let's start by just closing our eyes. And with your eyes closed, first let's just think about our feet. Think about your feet on the floor. Can you feel the floor beneath your feet? How does it feel? Is it carpet? Is it wood? Is it soft? It doesn't matter. I just want you to think about the feeling of your feet on the floor. Feel the entire outside edge of your foot touching the floor so that your feet are not rolling out or in. They're nice and flat. Try to spread your toes open just a little bit and then put them back down on the floor. You're not gripping the floor. You're just resting on the floor. And let's take a deep breath in and think about actually traveling our breath all the way down into our feet. I know that sounds funny, but just think about that. Think about breathing air into your body, sending it down to your feet, letting your feet relax and soften into the floor, and then exhale and relax. Keeping your eyes closed. If you don't want to have your eyes closed, if it makes you feel dizzy or you're just not comfortable with that, you don't have to have your eyes closed. And let's think about our knees right up above our ankles. So there's this kind of a straight line from our ankles to our knees so that we're not sitting with our legs out or our legs to the side or some kind of strange configuration, just nice and tall and straight. So your feet are making a nice firm base for your body, and your hands can rest on your thighs. Let's think about where our hands are on our thighs. Try to feel all of your fingers resting on your legs. Softly resting on your legs. Can you feel what your legs feel like right now? What kind of fabric are you wearing? Is it soft? Is it thin? Is it plush? Your hands just softly rounding over your legs and melting into that fabric. so that you can relax your fingers. Try to let go of the tension that you're feeling in your hands. Almost like your hands are melting onto your legs. And as you breathe, send your breath into your hands. Deep breath. And exhaling gently. And then think about the way that you're sitting in your chair. Are you firmly seated? Not sinking into your chair, not leaning to one side, we're not tilted, we're nice and straight, if possible. Drawing up through your spine and sort of floating on your chair. So you are firmly planted on your chair, but you're not sinking into it. You're floating, you're lifted. The top of your head is sort of pushing up toward the ceiling. Now we're going to picture breathing into our whole torso. So as you take a deep breath in, you're going to feel your whole belly fill up, and your ribs fill up, and your shoulders fill up like a big barrel. Put in as much air as you can get. And when you exhale, don't shrink, don't slump down into it. Exhale and feel light, feel floating. So as you inhale, the top of your head pushes up to the ceiling because your spine is lengthening and growing. And as you exhale, let your shoulders relax. Feel kind of a heaviness in your shoulders as they drift down, away from your ears, letting your neck relax. And again, you're going to take a few deep breaths here. We're going to sit just another couple of minutes. As you inhale, try to breathe in through your nose, like something smells really nice, and take it in slowly. And as you exhale, gently blow out through your lips, like there's a feather in front of you and you're just trying to suspend that feather in the air. And let's continue taking those deep, slow breaths, really letting yourself just rise and float with each inhale. And when you exhale, again, we're not slumping, we're just relaxing our shoulders, feeling them soften, feeling your arms hanging at your sides. And breath is very slow. Your inhale and your exhale, maybe even taking the same amount of time if you can do that. So maybe even just counting in your head as you inhale. See how long it takes. And then when you exhale, see if you can make it take the same amount of time. Think about the skin around your eyes and your cheeks and your jaw. And feel your skin relaxing as you take these deep, slow breaths, making your inhale and exhale the same length. And then see if you can make the next breath take a little bit longer. So as you're inhaling, maybe count one number higher. And try to make the exhale match with that gentle blow. And maybe now we feel our body relaxing. We feel our heart rate slowing down. Just feeling your muscles a little softer. Let's think about what's going on inside of our heads. There's so much to think about right now. There's always so much to think about. Let's take a few minutes to not think about anything. So as you breathe in, almost picture that breath going inside your head and sort of swirling everything up. And then as you exhale, try to blow all of those thoughts right out, blow them away from you and let them go. Almost like a big room full of stuff, and as you inhale, It's like opening the windows and taking a broom and sweeping it all together and then blowing it out and emptying that room. So there's nothing in there all the way to the bare walls. Really relaxing your mind. And we're going to take one more very deep, very slow breath, the slowest, deepest breath you could possibly take. Relaxing your face, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your shoulders, and blowing all those thoughts away from you. So you are just thinking about your body in this chair right now. And then gently open your eyes. Hopefully you feel a little more calm and a little more relaxed. We're going to do some movement, and we're going to try to stay with this calm, relaxed mind and body throughout these stretches. So we'll start with a couple of very simple things. Just roll your shoulders. Anytime that I do something, if it bothers you, don't keep going. Just stop. Take a break. Okay? Just give those shoulders a couple of rolls. And then let's roll them in the opposite direction. Good. Let's let your hands relax down at your sides. And once you let those arms relax at your sides, don't slump, okay? Keep yourself tall. Every time you inhale, you're floating. And every time you exhale, you're relaxing. Those arms are down at your sides. And we're going to put the right hand on the side of your chair or on your leg, wherever you can get it. And your left arm's just going to reach up in the air. Inhale. Grow tall. Exhale. And just relax a little bit. Now my shoulder's relaxing. It's not going down. My arm's not going down. Just relaxing my shoulder. And when I inhale, keep my shoulder relaxed. And I lift here through the middle of my body. And then exhale. All from here, not from my shoulder. One more deep breath in. And now we're going to lean slightly to the right. Now you're feeling the opening happening here on the side of your ribs. It should feel good. And then bring that arm around. All right, we'll switch. So your left arm is down and your right one is up. Remember, it's not coming from your shoulder, it's coming from here. Deep breath in. Grow through the middle of your body. Exhale and relax. Good. Let's do that again. And then one more deep breath in, reach. And let's lean over to the left. Good. Let's sit up nice and tall and bring that arm around. All right. Those shoulders give a roll down and back. Keeping your shoulders down and back keeps your body straight and tall. And that's what we're always striving for. Nice tall body. All right. So we're going to do some reaching with both hands up to the ceiling. Deep breath in. And then exhale and fold your arms around your knees if you can get them there, okay? Or maybe you can get them around the outsides of your legs. Maybe you can even get them all the way down to your feet. So that's up to you. And if you want to hang your head, you can. If that makes you dizzy, then don't do it. And let's sweep those arms back up again. Take a deep breath in. Maybe even looking up at your hands if that's comfortable. And then exhaling your hands to the outsides of your legs, wherever it's good for you. And let's do that again. Big inhale. Remember, you're filling your whole body with air. Exhale. And see if you can just let yourself relax here, if it feels good. Take a deep breath. And then use your hands on this next one to help push yourself back up. Taking your time and kind of rolling your spine as you go. That should feel good. So we're sitting up straight and tall. Okay, lots of air here, lots of space here. we're going to turn our heads, just look to the right, just look as far as you can. Stretch that neck a little. And then look to the other side. And be careful when you turn your head. You're not looking down, you're not looking up. It's just nice and straight. And back to the middle. Okay. We're going to add on to this. If that felt good for you, we'll do it again, turning your head to the right. But this time, drop your left arm at your side and push your shoulder down. Remember, when you push your shoulder down, I don't want you to tip your body. I just want you to push your shoulder down and look the other way. So you're feeling a stretch here. And now back to the center. Good. And we'll switch, resting your left hand, right one is down. Okay, just tip your head. And gently let the weight of that right arm pull down. Good. Open those arms like you're welcoming. Big reach. Good. Now we're going to turn the arms over. We're still reaching, but thumbs are down if that's good for you. And let's bring the hands back. Maybe you can touch your hands to the chair, and if you can't, that's fine. But if you can, and you want to lean a little bit forward, holding your chair, you feel a nice stretch all the way across your chest. So, big lean. Very good. And you sit up, nice and tall. Let's take those hands forward, maybe turning your thumbs out so your palms are up toward the ceiling. Just tap your shoulders and then reach. Every time you reach, think about your arms growing a quarter of an inch longer. Coming right up from those shoulders, reaching forward. That's it. All right, and then one more time. Big, long reach. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, put those hands on your shoulders, and we're going to try and bring your elbows in and out. Just very gently. We're loosening up the shoulders, the neck. Very good. So one more time, big squeeze and open. Now hold your elbows out here, and if you can, circle. So we're breathing. And circling the other way. Good, let your arms come down. All right, you can give another roll. You can even give a little shake if that feels good. Okay, we're going to take just a very light twist. Now, if you have any kind of spine issues or any kind of osteoporosis, you might not want to twist. You might just take a side lean instead. But we're going to turn to one side and put your hands gently on the sides of your body or chair. And remember, always breathing deeply. One more time. And really slowly come back through the middle, grow tall, and let's twist the other way. Breathing very deeply. And slowly back to the middle. So each breath is making you feel a little more loose and a little lighter, hopefully. All right, now we're going to just take our backs and lean back against the chair a little bit. Open those arms. Big, big chest stretch. Now, if this hurts your chest, right, if you don't like the way this feels, don't do it. We're just relaxing. Pretend you're at the beach. And we'll come back up. Good. We're going to do a little bit for your hips and then your thighs, working our way down. So if you can, we're going to take your right foot up on your left knee. Now, if you can't get it up on the knee, that's fine. You can just cross it on your ankle. That's fine, okay? And we're going to grow tall with a big breath. And exhale and just lean forward a little bit. I really want you to lean forward with your chest. So I don't want you to round your back. I want you to press forward through the chest, because that's going to help you to feel the stretch in your right hip. And you're breathing. And you're not hanging your head. You're looking forward on your floor just a little bit. And breathing. Expand your body. Exhale and maybe stretching a little bit further forward. So I really want you to picture your breath going into your hip, so that when you exhale, you can take the tension out of that place. We'll sit up. And then we'll switch, putting your left foot on your right knee. Sitting up a little taller, a little straighter. Good. And we're going to forward very gently. And remember, if you can't get your foot on your knee, that's fine. Just cross it on your ankle. Okay? Maybe you can do one side and not the other. It doesn't matter. Breathing deeply. Good. Relax. Exhale. Really let go of the tension from that spot. Right back here in the hip. Maybe even in your low back. And then we'll sit up. Wonderful. All right, feet on the floor. Let's take your right leg out. So your heel is down and your toes are up. And we're just going to press and pull that foot. And as you press and pull your foot, you should feel a nice stretch in the calf and in the shin, alternating. Down and up. Still trying to sit tall with your upper body. Still trying to breathe deeply. And then we're going to circle that foot nice and slow. And let's circle it the other way. Nice. All right. Ready for the other foot? Put it out. You should feel some warmth on your foot, ankle, calf, shin. Circle it. Really try to get it in your ankle, and then the other way. Big circle. Nice. All right, both feet on the floor. Okay. We're going to let those knees just come open a little bit, putting the bottoms of your feet together. That's fine. If you need to take a break, if you need a drink, take your time. Come back when you're ready. Letting those knees open up, feet stay together. Just giving a little stretch to the insides of those thighs. And of course, we're sitting up tall and breathing. Feeling your body getting warm, getting loose, softening, and feeling your mind just sort of focusing on what you're doing right now and not thinking about other stuff, which is like a little vacation, isn't it? All right, we're going to move to some standing things now. So this is up to you. If you don't want to stand up, you can continue working seated in your chair. That's fine, okay? But if you do want to stand up, we're going to come to the side of your chair. Okay, I'm going to start on the right side of my chair with my left hand on top. And we're just going to do some really simple things. You can keep your hand on the chair the whole time if you want to, or you can take your hand off the chair. We're going to bring our hands to heart center and just take a big reach up to the ceiling and take a deep breath in. And if you don't like keeping your hands together, just open them, it's fine. And then we're going to sweep our hands all the way around and put them right next to our hips as we lean forward. Okay, again, you can do this sitting if you want. And let's take it again. Deep breath in, reach way up. exhale, bring those hands next to your hips. Try to fold forward. So you have a little bit of a bend in your knees and your ankles. And you're kind of pushing the top of your head forward as you're pushing your tailbone backward, stretching your spine. And then we'll take a deep breath in, reach way up. And bring your hands together and bring your hands to heart center. Okay? So you can stay like this, or you can put your left hand on the chair. We're going to work our tree pose. Okay? So just like a tree outside, we're going to take the right toes on the floor and bring your heel against your left ankle. Okay? Hold on if you need to, or do this seated. Okay? If you want to make this a little more of a challenge, you can pick your foot up. Just don't put it on your knee, okay? If you want to open your arms and be a tree that's reaching up towards the sun, you can go ahead and do that. Open those arms. And let's bring it down. All right, very nice. So we're going to drop the arms next to us and take your right toes forward on the floor. All right, if you can do it without touching the chair, we're just going to pick your foot up a little bit and maybe a little more with the knee bent. If you'd like to bring your hands out to the side, you can do that. You can bring your arms to the ceiling if you want to do that. Breathing deeply right here into the center of your body. Good, and we'll bring it down. Nice. Okay, let's turn and face our chair. So we're going to take that right foot and we're going to put it up on the chair. If your chair is too high and you can't get your foot up, that's okay. So you have your left hand on your chair and your right foot on the chair. And we're just going to turn a little bit towards that front knee and bring your right hand behind your back. This is very gentle. Always breathing deeply, filling your whole body. And let's come gently back to the center. Good. All right, I'm going to go on the other side of the chair and do the same thing. So we're going to start here. Your feet are just a little bit wider than your hips. And those hands come to heart center. We take a deep breath in and reach up, separating your hands if you like. And then exhale and bring your hands to the sides of your hips and lean forward. Maybe if you're feeling warmed up and loose, you could put your hands on your thighs or maybe even on your shins and hold it here. That's totally up to you. And let's take another deep breath in. Reach your hands up to the ceiling. Maybe touch them together. Exhale around again. Hands can come to your hips or your thighs or your shins, and we hold here and breathe. Pushing the top of your head forward, pushing your tailbone backward, really stretching your spine. And let's sweep that up. Good. And bring your hands to heart center and right here. Good. So now we're going to take your left foot with your toes on the floor and your heel to ankle. You can stay here, or you can lift that foot completely off the floor if you want. Use your chair if you need to for balance, that's fine. Keep your hands at heart center, or maybe open your hands. Welcoming the day, welcoming the sun or the rain. And bring it back down. All right. Then arms at your sides, and we'll lengthen that left leg out with your toes on the floor. You can stay here, this is fine. If you want, you can lift the leg a little. You can even bend the knee. You can keep your hands at your sides. You can use your chair. You can open, or you can reach to the ceiling. Breathing. Good. So trying to relax your mind even though your body is working. And then release. Good. All right, we're going to turn our chair so that your chair is now sideways. And if you don't have a mat, it doesn't really matter. You're just going to stand behind your chair with two hands on top. And step one foot back. Step it back and press your heel into the floor. We're trying to get a nice stretch in that calf. So you're trying to stand up as straight as you can. I don't want you to fall over your chair like this. just stand up as tall as you possibly can. And it should be comfortable, a little bend in your knee, a little bend in your ankle, but your heel pushing to the floor. Now, if your heel doesn't go to the floor, that's okay. You're just doing the best you can. Stretching and breathing. And trying to really relax. And then we'll step that foot in. And we'll switch to the other one. Just step it back. Push your heel downward. Grow tall. Make sure you're breathing deep and slow. Good. And we'll step in. Now we're going to take both feet and we're going to step back. And you're going to think about making an imaginary rectangle between you and your chair. So you're sticking your butt out and you're stretching your body. Now don't overdo it because your shoulders will tell you how far you can go. You're just trying to make a good shaped rectangle so that you can stretch your back. And then we're going to baby step towards the chair and roll your spine up little by little as you come in. So this should feel good. This should not hurt. Okay? Good. All right, we're going to do it one more time. So, step it back, taking your time, stretching those arms, really sticking your butt out. That's it. And then baby stepping in as you roll, a little bit at a time, until you're standing up. Good. All right. We're going to move the chair out of our way and go down onto your mat. Now, if you don't want to go down on your mat, that's fine. You don't have to. You can either skip this portion or you can sit in your chair and try and work along with us to the best of your ability. All right. And at the end, we'll do a final relaxation where we can all just close our eyes and take a few minutes to relax and meditate. But for now, we're sitting down on the mat, okay? Your legs are going to be straight out in front of you, so turn yourself in the direction of your mat. Put your legs nice and long. Sit up as straight as you can, really thinking about lengthening through the top of your head. So if you're sitting in your chair, you're just sitting nice and tall. You don't have to lift your legs from the floor. We're going to walk our hands down the legs, always looking forward, and just feel a gentle stretch happening, the back of your legs and in your lower back. And it should feel good. It should never hurt. If something hurts, you're going to stop. All right, then we're going to come on up. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Okay? We're going to try and bring the bottoms of our feet together. So, if you're in the chair, you can still bring the feet together and just let your knees fall open like we did earlier. But if you're on the floor, you're going to sit up tall and straight. And again, you're going to try and come forward with your body. So don't round your head downward. Lean forward with your chest. And maybe you can go somewhere and maybe you can't. If your knees are way up here and it's painful for you to sit like this, put something underneath your butt so that you're higher up off the floor, and that will help you to be comfortable. And then we're going to sit back up nice and straight and tall. And stretch your legs out again. All right, bring your hands behind you and press your hands into the floor. Push your hands down. You'll see that once you start to push your hands down, your arms get longer and your body grows taller. And that feels good on your back. And then just tuck your chin a little bit so you're looking down towards your knees and feel that stretch in the top of your neck. Maybe between your shoulders too. And then relax. Good. All right. We're going to flatten the feet and then slide closer to your heels. So do the best that you can to bring your butt close to your heels. Everyone's different. Just do what you can. We're going to lay all the way down. All right. If you're in a chair, obviously you're not laying down. I'll tell you what to do in a second. When you're on the floor, we're going to try and lift your butt up and hold it up. If you're in the chair, don't lift your butt off the chair. Just squeeze your butt cheeks together so that you feel them working and warm, but don't actually lift them off the chair. Those of us on the floor are taking a little squeeze, and maybe we can even reach those hands down a little bit towards our feet. Lifting, like someone is lifting your body in a sling, and then let it go. Okay, we're going to bring the hands behind the knees, hug your knees in towards your chest. If you're in the chair, you're just going to lean forward, rounding over your legs. Kind of the same like we're doing, rounding your body towards your thighs. Really trying to relax. And then put your feet down. All right. Let's see if we can bring our hands behind our ears. So if you're sitting, it's the same thing. Hands are behind your ears. Opening your elbows nice and wide. And if you're on the floor and you'd like to tip your knees to one side, you can do that. If you're sitting in a chair, you don't have to do that. Just keep your hands behind your ears. And if you're on the floor, you can gently walk your feet over to the other side and drop them down. If you're sitting in a chair and you're tired of having your hands behind your ears, you could just push your hands forward like this. But if you're on the floor, you're keeping your hands down. And we're going to bring everything back to the center. Reach your hands in front of you. So everyone's reaching their hands in front of them. And then everyone's reaching their hands up above their head. Reach those hands up. And sweep them all the way around and next to you at your sides. All right, so if you're in a chair, make sure that you're comfortably seated. And if you're on the floor, make sure that you're comfortable here. Some people like a little pillow behind their head. Some people like a little pillow under their knees, but we're going to spend about 5 minutes here. So I want you to be comfortable and warm. So maybe you might need a sweater or a blanket. It's up to you. You get whatever you need so that you can rest comfortably. Close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. And let's go through the body parts again, one at a time, and really think about relaxing each one. So, can you wiggle your toes? Wiggle them a little bit and then fling the tension out of your toes and let them relax. Now circle your ankles. And then fling the tension out of them and let them relax. Feel the backs of your calves softening, flattening. Feel the backs of your thighs softening, melting into the mat or into your carpet or into the chair. As the backs of your legs soften, you can almost feel your kneecaps just floating, letting go of any tension in your thighs that might be pulling on your kneecaps. So thighs loose, soft. That allows your lower back to really relax. If your back is having a hard time relaxing, maybe you want to put a thin pillow or something underneath it to support. Otherwise, take a deep breath in and feel your chest rise and expand. And as you exhale, blow the tension out from your lower back and really try to let it soften. Focus on your spine for the next few breaths. Each breath lengthening that spine, pulling the vertebra apart so that your spine is getting longer. As you exhale, you're feeling it relax and soften. And as your spine relaxes, The front of your body is allowed to soften also. Your shoulders falling outward and downward, just melting off the front of your body and down onto the mat at your sides. And that allows the backs of your arms to really just melt. Feel your arms sinking into the ground like you're at the beach, sinking into the sand, and it's warm. Circle your wrists if that helps you to let go of tension in your wrists and your hands. And then fling it away. And do the same with your fingers. Wiggle. And then really throw the tension away and let them just relax. Lifeless on the floor. Think about your neck. Feeling long and supported, feeling open. No tension at the base of your skull. Let's just nod our chin a little bit. Really small, nodding your chin. Just to stretch right at the base of your skull and loosen it up. And then turn your head softly, small movement from side to side, right to left. Really pulling the tension out of the back of your neck and letting it go. So, head is facing forward, nose is pointing straight ahead, and take a deep breath in right to the base of your skull. And exhale out all that tension from behind your neck. Shoulders are soft, neck is relaxed. Feel your face softening. Feel the skin around your eyes letting go and falling. Feel the skin around your cheeks softening. Let go of tension in your jaw and just let it rest with your mouth closed and your tongue relaxed inside your mouth. And let's go back now to that big room inside of our heads and take a few deep breaths in, feeling your chest rise with air. Send all of that air to the big room in your head. Send it to all the corners. Collect up everything that's inside and exhale and blow it all away. Open that room and empty it all out. Take a few more breaths to get into the corners of that space. Really getting all the stuff that's in the corners, hiding. Pull it all back to the center, wrap it up and blow it away. And for the next minute or two, we're just going to breathe and relax. We're going to keep our eyes closed. There's nothing to look at. There's nothing to think about. And there's nothing to feel except your own breathing. And just wiggle your fingers and then wiggle your toes. Just very slowly starting to bring your awareness back to your physical body from wherever you were. And then if you're in your chair, you're already where you need to be. But if you're on your mat, we're going to roll to one side. And just like when you wake up first thing in the morning, take your time and use your elbow to press yourself up into a seated position. And take your time. And you can sit any way that's good for you. You can sit in your chair. You can sit on the floor. You can sit with your hands open. Let's just take another breath or two, really thinking about how we feel right now. Do we feel calmer? That was less than 2 minutes that we spent doing nothing but breathing. Did it feel like a really long time? Sometimes it feels like a really long time when you have to do nothing. But it's very important for us to do nothing, to clear out our minds, and to give our bodies a chance to rejuvenate, which is why sleep is so important. But sometimes it's important for us to just breathe and be calm without sleeping, to be aware of ourselves, to be aware of where we feel tight and what happens when we open up ourselves and go deep inside of those places in our minds that we don't usually visit. And with all the stuff that's going on right now, we spend our days watching and listening to the news and to our friends and to the messages around us. Sometimes it does create tension in our bodies that we're not even aware of. And so it's very important to take some time to drain that tension out of your body and clear your mind and focus on yourself and what's positive. And so, if you like, you can bring your hands to heart center and you can just give yourself a little personal thanks for taking the time for joining me and for doing this little yoga session, little meditation with me. I hope that you found that taking some time to breathe deeply helps your body to open and stay healthy and well. And I hope that you'll join me again, or maybe in one of my other exercise classes. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you, everybody. Namaste. I miss you all, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks. Love you.